Ladies and gentlemen, one great thing about a console being in its 7th year is it's had so much time to release games. And in that 7 years for the Nintendo Switch, man, oh man, have we got some heavy hitters. And I try to do my best to tell you games that are must play, but that's impossible to do just in one video. So today, I have another 10 must play games on Nintendo Switch, and these games are sure to enhance your playing experience. My name is Robot Joe and I'm your host as always. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I recently made a video called 10 must-play Nintendo Switch games for Switch owners or something like that. I can't really remember. But a lot of you guys really enjoyed that video, and that's awesome. I really am thankful that everybody's enjoying it. But people are like, make another one. I need some more recommendations. Well, that's exactly what I'm here to do today. You know what? Let's just get right into it. Truly, what can I say about the Link's Awakening remake on Nintendo Switch? It's such a charming and magical game. So originally, this was the first Link's Awakening version that I ever played. I had such a blast playing it, and then I was like, man, if I haven't played the original, I can't compare this to anything. So I went back and played the original on Game Boy through the Nintendo Switch Online app, and after playing it, I went and replayed the remake again, and the remake is just so special and so perfect. The art style is so cool. I don't want to call it cute, but it is like kind of bubbly and a little goofy and cartoony, but it's really awesome and it fits the Switch so well. It's not a lot of controls to learn and the gameplay is not like anything groundbreaking, but it just does its job so well. Yeah, I would argue that this is one of the best Zelda games on the Switch and kind of one of the best Zelda games of all time. It's so well made, and they definitely put a lot of passion into this project. Go out and play Link's Awakening on Nintendo Switch. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is a masterpiece. This is the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. It's an adventure game set in a vast and exotic world where you'll encounter towering enemies and challenging puzzles on your quest to discover Ori's true destiny. Master new skills to guide Ori through a journey of untold danger using newly acquired spirit weapons, spells, and attacks. Utilize an all-new shard system to power up Ori's newfound abilities. Face larger-than-life bosses and seek help from an expansive cast of new characters who will help you uncover Ori's mysterious fate. I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but this game it's an experience. Like it's more than a game. When you play it, you feel like you're being a part of something. The world is just so beautiful. The atmosphere and the ambiance that is set out before you is next to none. And it got me into games that I didn't think I would enjoy. Stuff like this and Hollow Knight, I just thought they weren't for me. And after playing them both, I felt like I did myself a huge disservice because these games are so freaking awesome. This game specifically, I think, fits the handheld playing on the Switch so well, and it really enhances your playing experience. And yeah, there's a reason why Ori games always show up on the best games of all time list, because they're just so special. What other games out there can you make your friends mad? And the more mad you make them, the more you enjoy yourself. I'm talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's kind of hard for me to explain this in a more in-depth, complex way. You're just some of your favorite IPs of all time, battling it out, beating the crap out of each other. And is there anything really better than that? Imagine having Pikachu beat up Mario, Luigi beat up Pac-Man, Donkey Kong beating up Link or Zelda. It's exactly what you want it to be. Ever since Nintendo 64, this game has continued to improve itself. And yeah, the cast is bigger than ever. The levels are awesome. I think Smash has become a cultural event. It has its spot in pop culture, and there's e-tournaments now, and it's just so cool to see how far it's came from the Nintendo 64. If you just need some kind of multiplayer game, couch co-op game to play on the Switch, this is 100% the definitive game that I would recommend. So the Switch is full of Zelda games. Obviously, I want you to play those. Maybe you've beat them all like me, and you're needing something more. This is the problem I found myself after beating Breath of the Wild. I needed something that just kind of filled that void, and Immortals Phoenix Rising did that and more. Yes, okay, you're gonna say, this just looks like a Zelda clone, a Breath of the Wild clone. I won't push back against that, but if you're just saying that's all this game is, that is a huge disservice, and this game is so much more than that. It does take a lot of inspiration from that, but it's such its own game that I would recommend it to anybody, Zelda fan or not. It tackles Greek mythology, and it's so cool. The voice acting is really good. The open world they've set out before you is so fun to explore. The enemies are fun to fight. You have all these cool abilities and powers. And I've actually learned a lot about Greek mythology just by playing this game. It's made by Ubisoft, and they do have like a battle pass system, but I never bought that. You don't have to play that. This is a game that I hope continues to get support. I know that they're done supporting this game. I would truly love to see a sequel to this one day. The cool thing about this game is every other eShop sale, it routinely goes on sale for like $15 or less, and you're gonna get like at least 50-40 hours of gameplay, and you're gonna have fun. Yeah, if you were on the fence about buying this, buy it. If you've never heard about this, buy it. It seems like everybody's having their open world adventure. This is the time of open world games, and Sonic did the same thing. Sonic Frontiers. You know what's cool is when you think a game's going to do decent and then it exceeds your expectations, that's kind of what Sonic Frontiers did to everybody, and it lets you know it's possible for the future. The music in this game is really cool. Everybody's like, oh, this is Sonic Breath of the Wild. I guess any game that's open world and has grass all around is immediately compared to Breath of the Wild now. This is an open world Sonic game. I was curious, how is this going to work? And it was awesome. It was really fast paced and fun to explore and fun to use Sonic in this new setting. I do enjoy 2D Sonic more, but maybe it's more nostalgia than anything, but I think this is a great precursor for what Sonic can be in the future. Like I said, I thought this game was not going to do as great as it did. I thought it was going to be kind of underwhelming, and I thought the graphics weren't going to hold up on the Switch, but it turns out I was wrong about all that. I mean, it's Sonic, and it's open world, and there's action, and there's rock music. What else do I need to tell you to play this freaking game? Get out there and play Sonic Frontiers! One of the most iconic games of all time is Wii Sports. And I was curious, where the hell is Nintendo Switch Sports? Well, it eventually came, and I kind of feel like it was swept under the rug. This game is pretty awesome. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it is exactly what you think it is. It's an updated version of Wii Sports with new games on a new platform, and it's a lot of fun. I kind of feel like it was hindered by coming out so late on the Switch. I feel like this should have been easily in the first year, or even a launch title for the Switch. It would have done way better. Don't let it deter you that maybe not everybody's talking about it. When you look up the sales, this game actually sells incredibly well, and for good reason. Another game that I think is a must-play is Fire Emblem Engage. In a war against the Fell Dragon, 4 kingdoms work together with heroes from other worlds to seal away this great evil. 1,000 years later, the seal was weakened, and the Fell Dragon is about to reawaken. As a divine dragon, use rich strategies and robust customization to meet your destiny, to collect 12 emblem rings and bring back the peace. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just sink a million hours into a game, and an RPG is going to do that every single time for you. Fire Emblem Engage looks great, it plays great, the world is beautiful, and a really cool thing about this game is they are still supporting this game now. So far, I don't know if they're releasing more, but they have released 4 different DLC waves to enhance the story with new items and new accessories, new characters, and even new stories and class types, and that's really awesome. I think Fire Emblem is a really great series to get into. Maybe you don't want to go back and play anything else. Well, lucky for you, this one just came out this year, and this one is going to do the job for everybody. Now, my favorite RPG may be something a little unorthodox. I'm a huge South Park fan. I don't know if you can see, but if you look behind me over there, there's a bunch of South Park plushies. I love South Park, and South Park The Stick of Truth is one of my favorite games of all time. Not even that, it's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. You get to create your own South Park character, something we've all wanted to do, be a person that lives in South Park through the shows, and in this game, you get to go out and set off on an awesome adventure. It's an RPG, but it actually is such a good RPG, besides the point of it being a South Park game. It is so fun. You get to explore the entire town of South Park, go in every single building, every single business. It's actually crazy how in-depth this game really is. You even get to go to Canada in this game. That's a magical place that I've only heard existed, and that's got to count for something. All jokes aside, man, this game is so fun, and yeah, I cannot wait for a new South Park game. So, maybe sports games are not for you. That's kind of how I feel myself in. I do like playing Madden sometimes, but other than that, they're just not that entertaining to me. That's not anything against them, because they are fun. Obviously, they sell billions of copies every day, but Curse to Golf is in fact the best sports game on the entire Switch. Now you may be asking, what the hell is Curse to Golf, Robot Joe? Well, Curse to Golf is an amazing game. It's kind of like a roguelike sports game, Metrovania style, whatever. It's all mashed together, but let me explain. You're a man who is struck by lightning, and you're sent to Purgatory. How do you get out of Purgatory, you may ask? Well, you have to golf your way through 18 holes of levels, or climbing up back to Earth, whatever you want to call it. You do have all these cool power-ups to help you, and while you're golfing, you keep going up, you keep unlocking all these power-ups, that's cool. Now here's the caveat. Say you're on hole 9, and you lose. Do you get to do hole 9 over? Well, no, you don't. You have to go all the way back to the beginning. That may sound repetitive to you. It's not, because you'll never play the same thing twice. It's all like, I forgot what it's called, like AI generated or something, but the courses always refresh into something new. So you play 15 holes, you die, you go back to hole 1, you're going to play those same 15 holes again, but it's going to be new courses each time. So you're never playing the same course twice. There's all these like weird things that happen, and it's so freaking fun. And if I'm making a confession here, I've actually never beat this. I've got the hole 17 like 30 times, and I've always got knocked back to 0 because it gets so freaking hard. This is another game that kind of went under everybody's radar, and I'm here to tell you guys, that's a huge mistake. This is such a freaking fun game. I think it's like $20, very fair priced. Check it out. where the hell is a new Donkey Kong game? We don't have one. Donkey Kong, I feel like it's around the corner, especially with Donkey Kong being such a important role in the Mario movie. But we do have Donkey Kong Country Freeze, which is a port of a Wii U game just with some added content. I think they only added like Funky Kong or something. That being said, this game is so freaking good. It's so fun. People may be saying, yeah, it's just Donkey Kong. That's true. But the way they had designed the levels and the music and the graphics and the gameplay, it is just such a really, really fun time. Donkey Kong needs more respect. That's just how I feel. You gotta remember, this is where Mario even came from, the OG Donkey Kong game. But now Mario's the big shot out here. It's not sitting right with me. Just talking about this right now, I have not played this game since I first got my Switch, and I think when I have some free time, I'm gonna go back and replay this because it is so fun. And maybe if we show enough interest in this game, Nintendo will make a new Donkey Kong game. We can only hope. Fingers crossed. I hope you enjoyed this list. This is another 10 Nintendo Switch games that I feel like are must-play games that are gonna make you have a great time. In the comments below, let me know any games I should have added to this list. And if you guys keep making recommendations, I'll keep making new videos like this because you seem to enjoy them and I have a great time making them. As always, if you enjoy gaming news, gaming stories, and Nintendo Switch content, then you're in the right place. Make sure you hit a like and subscribe on the way out. You guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.